Hi, welcome to another Snowbreak video. So, today I'm going to be talking about should you play Snowbreak in 2024. My previous video with Snowbreak did pretty well, so I'm gonna try to do another Snowbreak video, but that's not the only thing I do. I do play Wuthering Waves, Endless Zone Zero, Honkai Star Rail, I was gonna say Impact, I don't play that anymore, Wuthering Waves, and Fate Grand Order, but I don't know if I'm gonna do videos on that one. Anyways. If you like this video, please subscribe. I much appreciate it. And like the video, so on and so forth, blah, 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 blah. Now, let's get this over with. Alright, so first things first. Waifus. This game has changed so much, like I've done in my first video, Snowbreak. This game has changed so much in direction, in terms of characters. They used to be kind of looking like this, which is more tactical. There's still obviously like some physics in there, some assets in there, but then they turn into pretty much like this, or let's go with you, or this. Like, this game has changed so much in terms of its art direction and what style of game it wants to be, even changed its age rating. So in terms of that, if you like a lewd type of game, if you like waifus, perfect game. End of video. Now, the next thing you actually might be wondering is the gameplay. Gameplay is actually pretty fun, which I'll be showing a little bit later on an, pretty much I'll be voicing over some gameplay. You'll see that. But the short bit of it's good gameplay. Pretty much think of like a hack and slash, except you're just shooting things. You kind of just shoot things and shoot more things, do some abilities, shoot more things. It's just brain dead fun. If you do like brain dead fun, this might be the game for you. Yeah, but I think the most important bit is actually not the gameplay, it's the gameplay loop. The gameplay should be fun, but if the loop is boring, then you're fucked. And that's same vice versa, right? Now, endgame stuff. There's only a few endgame stuff, which will be the labyrinth, which I'll be doing that on that little video thing that I'm gonna cut into later. The other ones is neural simulation, which is basically PGR's pain cage, or Honkai Impact 3rd's memories. I forgot what the memories is called, but yeah. And then this one's basically just a tower for like every other freaking gacha game nowadays, where you need 2 teams and just go through it. But that's not all. So there's limited time events that are basically endgame. So one of them will be like this, which is basically you fight the new boss. Right now, the thing that's unlocked is easy, normal, hard, danger, which is gonna be the hardest one, and then you do Brave Squad, which is basically a co-op, infinite HP boss with a time limit and do as much damage as possible. There's Endless Battle, which basically is waves of enemies, of mobs, and then you try to survive. I don't know what this one's gonna be, but I assume that's like endgame mode because there's a challenge on it. And yeah, so that's like the actual like gameplay loop. In terms of like how much you're gonna be playing this game, you're not gonna be playing this game that much. Dailies consist of you just like doing this. This is the materials one, and then just getting rid of it, and then you're like, okay, I'm gonna do my other dailies, where I'm gonna go to base, I'm gonna level up a character, I'm gonna buy a shop, blah blah blah, so on and so forth. So dailies are really easy, and pretty much everything in this game is easy. So if you're a hardcore player, not the most ideal game for you. This is more tended to people that want to just play the characters. The gameplay is really fun, and like, I love Wuthering Waves and PGR, and they're like intensive games. But I actually really like this game as well because it's kind of just brain dead fun. You kind of just go in, shoot some stuff, go out, do the rest of your stuff, and then do the rest of the games or whatever. There's no grinding that comes to this game. This game is very anti-grind. The only grinding you need to do is actually just going through like story or their mini games or whatever. Like, that's like the only grind. It's just the game rewards you for playing the game, not really like staying in the game and grinding it out. So if you like that, then perfect. It's good. Though I do have to warn that this game is not going to be a main game at all. This game will never be a main game and shouldn't be a main game. I'd argue most gacha games shouldn't be main games anyways, but I digress. This game for sure 100% will not be a main game. It has to be a side game. There's no way in hell it's gonna be a main game. Now you might be interested in the music that's playing in the background, which is the very first song when this game actually came out, which is still my favorite song to this day. Their music score in this game is okay. It's not like amazing, but it's good enough. There are some memorable ones, like this one's pretty cool. The theme, right, like the theme for the first Annie is actually not bad either, but they're not like amazing. They're not like PGR levels or Hoyoverse level type music, unfortunately. Now, I'll move on to the next segment, which basically will have the gameplay, and I'll be explaining a couple more stuff that actually might be good. But for now, if you like what I said, I reckon just give it a shot. And yeah, but I'll keep going. If you're still hesitant with the game, just go to my next section then. Hey, so welcome. We're in the next segment of my video. So basically over here, we're just gonna be doing some gameplay. As I said before, we're gonna be doing the labyrinth, and pretty much the rest of the video will be this. So yeah, enjoy the gameplay, I guess. So now what I want to talk about with this game, or not even specifically this game, is actually more of like this company, in terms of like how they're handling the game. And I think that's really important for any sort of game. It could be gacha games or whatever game, right? Is the basically like how the company runs, how they go about criticism, how they go about rewarding players, and so on and so forth. So my very first thing that I want to talk about would be actually the company is very transparent. It's probably the most transparent company I've actually ever seen in terms of a gacha game, and they like repair things so quickly. They pretty much get criticism and like push out things that they want. So like, for example, there's multiple examples for this. So like one of them is actually Cherno, which is the last two banner character, which basically has a ult that transforms her hair into Marisol, which is basically her alter ego, kind of. Well, not the same person, but same person, one body. You'll get it when you do the story. But basically, there was no voice acting for Marisol, which kind of sucked. Which basically left the character silent, and people complained about that, and they added the voiceover of Marisol, which is really cool. They did that pretty quickly, or no, they said they were gonna do it pretty quickly. Obviously there's gonna be contracts and stuff like that, so on and so forth, for like BAs and blah blah blah, but all in all, they relatively did their job really quick. They said they were gonna do it, and everyone was happy. There's like other things as well, like let's say buffs. Let's say Kataya was actually kind of weak in release. She used to have her other alternate fire mode used to be like 3 bolts, and now it's an AoE explosive bolt. They changed that because she was weak, and that made her a lot stronger. There's also a couple of other buffs for Kataya. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure in her like normal mode, normal skill turret mode, that she was like pretty weak and was upgraded to do a lot more damage, and she's pretty solid right now. But that's aside the point. If you're watching this video, you'd have no idea what I'm saying. But pretty much what I'm trying to say is they do things really quickly. May it be buffs, may it be bugs, may it be pretty much any complaints of the CN community, not the English community, the CN community, they'll do really fast, and they will be very transparent. In terms of apologems and stuff like that, they're alright. They're not too great, but I don't really care as long as they're doing stuff. As long as they're doing pretty much things that are important and people are complaining about, then that's fine. Now, the other things that the company has done. So recently, probably like a couple patches ago, they announced that they pretty much like let go or fired their writer, because there was like a couple things that from chapters 1 to 10 that pretty much like hindered Snowbreak's direction that they're trying to go for. So basically now chapters 1 to 10 is different in terms of they changed this game into basically a harem style game, instead of this weird tactical, like it's not really that weird, but it's they changed the direction to pretty much just like everyone loves the MC, and that's pretty much it. We're still trying to solve like how to solve the containment zone, and pretty much doing story from there. But all of the directions of the girls are basically towards you now, which pretty much in like hindsight is like cool. But the story from chapter 1 to 10 was really like written badly, because of the fact that the writer from before was pretty much like trying to hinder any type of writing to like bolster wife who's going on to the Arjuna, which is basically the main character, and it wasn't really good. But they actually had the balls to pretty much like redo the whole thing. So yeah, chapters 1 to 10 has been redone. Everything after 10, pretty much 11 forwards is pretty much like the direction that they want to go, which is, more of a harem type situation. So in terms of story, if you really like that, then go ahead. But what I'm more saying is like the direction of this game is now very fan servicey, which I don't know if it's going to be a good or a bad thing, but it's all up to you. Now, well, let's keep going. So the other stuff about this game is how friendly is it to pull, how friendly is it to pretty much like build, grind, so on and so forth, blah 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 blah. I'll be pretty much doing another video on Snowbreak again because I love Snowbreak so much, and like how easy it is to grind for characters, how easy it is to pretty much like play the game. This game is so easy to gain resources and build characters that you don't need to grind, and you just need to press the autoplay button and do dailies and then do your events whenever you feel like it, before they end, obviously. And then pretty much you would just buy from the event shop and you're good. You buy from the event shop, you're good. You have enough money, you have enough resources to build any character you like. You get free weapon, you get free gear, pretty much the best in slot gear for the character of that event. So let's say the event right now for 1.1, life's pretty much set after her. You just get the set and then you're done for her set. So all you really need for life is the weapon, and if you roll the weapon, good. And there's also a free weapon you can have, which generally is actually best in slot for the character that's out in the patch. The other thing to note, if you do miss the patch and you get the character afterwards, that 4-star weapon is still available and still fine. And also the logistics squad, which is basically their gear, also is available, and it's just fine. It's very easy to get, very easy to grind, and there's a lot of energy to spread around this game. So yeah, like, this game is so easy that you don't need to do anything. You quite literally just need to log in for 5 minutes and then log out, and if you really want to play the game, then you can actually just go into it, which is actually really nice. Yeah, it's really nice. This game is not complicated. There's nothing you need to like know per se, besides some gameplay mechanics. Bossing mechanics you probably will need to know, or you'll die in the memory especially, which does quite a bit of damage. But otherwise, you can just relax and chill and just, kill some enemies. That's it, really. Yeah, I don't think there's really any other thing to talk about to convince you to play the game, because of the fact that once you start the game, you will be entered into the story, which may or may not be good, which kind of sucks, but hopefully you'll be doing the events, and which make it a lot more fun. And also, if you really just want this to be a waifu collector, then yeah, just go ahead. If you like all the waifus here, then play the game. If you don't, then don't. That's really it. I just think Snowbreak has the most nichest and best community in terms of like how people interact with each other, and its game itself is very, very, very nice to play. It's very easy to play. So if you don't like, let's say, Wuthering Waves, or you don't like what's another, actually there's not really many other games really. I guess like if you don't like ZZZ because of the fact that it's not like fan servicey enough or something, I don't fucking know. The TLDR is this game is fan servicey, casual, and really fun as a brain dead game to play. That's like all it is. And this game's not stingy. The only thing you'll be paying for is freaking outfits. Like, you should not be paying for anything else but outfits in this game. Like, you saw from the beginning of the video where there was like a lot of outfits, and I think those are worth the things that's buying for, and that's the thing that actually makes the game stay alive. Pretty much ever since like their summer event came out, they like, you know, started actually getting traction. Getting slowly there, and then Kataya came out, and then more, yeah, and then they like gained quite a bit of traction, and they're doing good to this day. In fact, they're doing like extremely well, like extremely well from like pretty much the gutter that they fell into. So yeah, I think that's like relatively it. So if you're not convinced, then it's fine. It doesn't really matter. Like, give it a shot. If you don't like it, don't like it. If you like it, then keep going, keep playing. And yeah, I'm gonna keep playing this game as long as it lives, which I'm so happy that it actually lived a year, because I thought it was gonna be EOS by like midway last year. I thought I was gonna die, in all honesty. Yeah, I think that's really it for my video, and I think hopefully the gameplay does it justice when I show it to you. If you do like this video, I appreciate a like and a sub, as I said in the beginning. I'm going to try to make a couple more videos on Snowbreak, but also not only on Snowbreak, I'll be playing Wuthering Waves, I'll be streaming, I will be making videos on Zenless Zone Zero, hopefully some Star Rail ones that I want to do. Yeah, that's really it. So, hope you enjoyed, and I'll be doing another video on Snowbreak and how to, like, build your character, which should be very, very easy. So, I'll see you later. Thank you for watching.